it feels so right.
Good evening, everybody. Good evening, lads.
You all right?
This is the Loft Line podcast, the first one back after the Blackpool weekend. I'd just like to introduce everybody to Jon Dodd, man that don't need any introduction whatsoever, the main man at the Midland National. And just to let you know that if I start falling asleep halfway through, it's 3 o'clock in the morning here in Thailand. So we've got a bit of an international feel, haven't we? So keep pressing that like button, that subscribe button, and welcome to the show, everybody. So how are you doing, Jamie and Tom and John? Are you all okay?
Yes, thank you.
Yeah,
Good, mate.
Good. Just let me tell you something before we go any further. I was here for the Pattaya one Loft race was on, and I'm here in Pattaya. So I just happened that morning to turn me. I was messing on my benzene app, and it come that the race had started here in Pattaya, and out of 4,000 summit pigeons, there was only 4 home on the day.
Yeah, it was a tough race.
Yeah, we've seen that.
Now I was actually here, lads, wasn't I, when it and the first time it was raining and it was stormy.
Right.
And I was lucky throughout the day, because obviously the lads that I'm with, they can't understand what's going on, because I'm with my mate Lee and Topo and Fizzo, and they can't understand what I'm looking at, and I'm going, these pigeons are not going to come home today. And it was absolutely pissing down here, and I'm only 20 minutes from the loft, the one loft race.
Yeah.
Anyway, there was four home on the day. That was all.
Yeah,
They got about half out the day after, didn't they?
Yeah, I think they got to about 3,500.
Yeah. There was kind of drifting back the next day, like, you know what I mean? But I couldn't believe it. I thought, fucking hell, it's not only was that bad racing, John. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So just because I wasn't there, lads, how did Blackpool go? What was it like? Give us your insights, all of you. What do you think?
Go on, Tom.
Yeah, well, yeah, I just had it for a couple of hours. I wasn't planning on going. The amount of people you speak to and they say, "Oh, I'm not going," but you end up going, don't you? Everyone ends up going. I went there, had a couple of hours. Didn't really need anything as such. So I thought I'd go around and see a few faces. And that I went to see John and had a chat with John. And it didn't seem as busy as normal. I mean, I was there from say about 11 till 2, something like that, and I didn't think it was as busy as usual, really. But yeah, it was good. Yeah, I enjoyed it.
Just let me interrupt. Someone's just put, I wouldn't be watching pigeons if I was in Pattaya. Well, lads, we're on a live feed here, lads, so we'll have to keep that down a bit, won't we? So, so it was all right, Tom, Blackpool, yeah?
Yeah, it was all right, mate. Yeah, it was good. Yeah.
Do you think, Tom, it'd be better Friday afternoon and a Saturday?
Yeah, well, I would say so. Late Friday and a Saturday. I mean,
start lunchtime-ish, 1 o'clock till 5 or 6.
Yeah, I think I spoke to a few lads, and apparently, I know you were obviously there, John. Apparently, just after dinner, it started going dead on the Sunday, like the Sunday.
Yeah. You sign a thing, see, when you have the stand, you can't leave till 2:30.
Right.
On the Sunday.
Right.
And they present the trophies for the pigeons on the Sunday. There's nobody there.
No.
Whereas I think Saturday they have a few more people, because I did go and have a look at the pigeon that was the racing champion. I don't know if you looked at him, Tom. A lad.
No, I didn't. I didn't know.
Looked Scarborough races and Dave Fussy. Looked a lovely pigeon in the cage. A dark checker cock. Yeah.
I tried not to look around the boat too much.
Tony Kierman's just put a post on, lads, saying great to be watching the show again. Thanks, Tony. And he's saying it's great to be involved in the Midlands National. He's looking forward to another good year, John. So
yeah, it's well supported around your area, because I feel Ron Irons does a brilliant job. He for say he's not got pigeons, he goes, he runs the market station brilliantly. The same as with all the other marking station people. And a lot of people don't understand. I'm saying not picking you lot out as don't. The paperwork we have to do. I have a lad called Andy Seymour who does a gateway certificate. We have to apply for that months in advance. And then we have to get Mark Gilbert's freight firm to do what we call the Cartier paper work. And then that's why we start marking earlier to all the places. As they come in, the ring numbers have got to be in France before we even set off at 4 o'clock. And we've got to have an hard copy in the lorry to take with us.
Yeah.
Down to the docks. I mean,
I much prefer this marking on a Wednesday night.
Well, funny enough, Jamie, I was a bit sceptical, but the results say up there the pigeons have flown better. Not flown better, I mean, well up.
Yeah, it just don't work with me because I've got to be my first job for 7:45. I try and get to the marking station to be the first one there, and there's always about 15 there. And before I know it, I'm late for work, and it just riles me. But Wednesday night now, it's come home, sort birds out, and off I toot.
Nothing seems too much trouble for Alan Bamford.
No,
he's very accommodating. He is,
Yeah, it's a good marking station.
You won't see it till the book comes out. We have made him a life vice president of the Midland National.
Oh, brilliant!
For what he's done. Yeah, I get it. I'd say get criticism that your section, Tom, has extra money, but it's Alan who sponsors it. And I say to these other, get somebody who'll give me £600, £100 every race, and Alan says pay £10 prizes. It's good of him, isn't it?
Yeah, it's brilliant. Yeah, it's very good.
Yeah.
What would you say? How would you say that the national race, the Midlands National's doing, John? How would you say it's going? And
we've had more members this year, Joy. I had a 3-year-old, a child aged 3 join at the Midland National, but I think there's a bit of a I've heard it in an agenda to do with the club limit putting in. But we don't charge for school children. Right. 16 and under, free membership, and we give them 20 rings free.
Wow.
To encourage. We feel we're going the right way, and what's the word? I'm working like anything to get Lassay back on. I'm in conversations with the mayor, because when we had the treble chances, I actually went and took the pigeons with the convoy of Richard King, and it's a brilliant site. If I said the field's 40 acres, I'm being generous. But somebody went from England and left a mess. And that's why, but there's a skip there. That's what gets me. And there's toilet facilities and everything.
Yeah, brilliant.
So they're on about letting us go. But there's a bird flu case not far from it. So at the moment, they haven't told you. And I'm speaking to the mayor of Carrington, asking them if they can find another place. And I've found one, I'd say about 12 miles from Cairn, a stud farm owner. I spoke to him. And then one near Avalanches, a stud farm there. That's an old name. Yeah.
That's an old one, isn't it? Avalanche.
My dad always mentions that. Yeah.
It's on that, where they come up, they'd run up the Cherbourg Peninsula a good way. So I've spoke to them, and up to yet I've had positive feedback. The one plus thing, there's an ex-English convoy lives not far from Carrington.
Right.
And he's prepared to be a site agent. So
brilliant.
Once we can get it from, and John Weekoff sort of saying, and I spoke to the president, I think he's the president of the Romanian one who deals with it. He said if we can get the email to him, he'll get it through as quick as he can, the FCF, to get the certificate, to allow it to be used as a liberation site.
Yeah, brilliant.
I'm assuming you've got...
Go on, sorry, Joe.
I'm assuming you've got backup races then, John, places where we can go.
Yeah, we have, yeah. But let's say, I think they've got a good run to the Cherbourg, if they go up to the Cherbourg Peninsula.
Yeah.
I remember when I took them to Lasay, there was a race from Tours for young birds. I'm going to say something like round Jeff Cooper's club had run it. And a new lads up in Derbyshire had sent. And me and Richard King got to the docks and we seen the pigeons come to Caen to the wall. They wouldn't go. They went towards Belgium, come back, and then they went up the Cherbourg side.
Yeah.
And, you know, with a small, I know it was a north wind that day, but they always say it's better with a tailwind than they're a bit higher up and they'll go out. Whereas I think they tend to stop to land, you know. That's why I'm saying look up that Cherbourg Peninsula.
Yeah. We were talking, John, and we were saying, and you've just really reiterated it a little bit, saying that there's more pigeon join. You've had a lot more people join the national this year. Do you see that one day that's all there'll be, national racing?
I hope not. You know, I mean, I've been secretary of my local club for over 25 years, and no, I think you need the club, but I think, to me, the feds have got to get together.
Yeah.
I mean, it's all right saying somebody wants to be a big fish in a little pond. They've got to go together, cut down, you know, the costs for the membership. That's how I'd look at it.
Yeah, we've said that.
Whether or not, you know, it isn't cheap to go to France. I mean, we had to take the lorries to Ireland to be approved in an EU country. They had to be approved in the UK. They went to Ireland. They cost us the best part of £3,000. And the annoying thing, the person who examined them, they had to meet them in a supermarket car park. Never watched them put water in the crates or how they were fed. So it's just a money-making exercise, isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, that's in everything, you know what I mean? Everything.
Yeah. See, somebody said, would you have been better taking him to France? And they wouldn't stop you. I said, they pull everything in. Like the lads, when they ring me all the time, they've had the horse boxes in and Willie Mullins's and them. Yeah. And then once you're past, you have to go back to the docks. They take George, as you know, Tom, in a car, and we have to pay them the customs, allowing us to drive on the roads in France. It's balmy, it is. But that's what we have to do to get the racing.
Yeah. So what does it cost, John, per race, do you reckon, on average, to get them over there?
I would say, let me just tell you, I'll tell you now.
Just 1 second, lads. We've got Robert Owens just come on. He's put, John. Rob Owens, Secretary of the North West Grand National, needs to discuss transport RE 226. Looking for 2 races. We would use Bamford's and Widnes marking stations.
Yeah.
There you go.
I knew that was coming.
Hello, Rob. How are you, pal?
Hey, Rob, all right?
750 with them.
Keep hitting that like buttons, lads, and keep subscribing and keep send your comments. Keep sending them comments back so I can read them, mate. Some of them are going on a bit too fast for me.
See, Jamie, and Tom and Bobby, we have to pay for the vets. The vets have come, I suppose, round to our way of thinking. You know, most of them are £100 an hour.
Yeah.
But when you've worked with them for 2 years previous, they understand. So they're sort of saying, well, I've got to be careful what I'm saying, because they come and just check the paperwork at the end of the day. They're helping us. Whereas before you were having an astronomical vets bill of probably £2,000 a race at the start.
Oh, yeah.
It's a lot of money.
How many marking stations has them?
Barks, leave them comments on me. I get a chance to read it. And then
7, Jamie.
7.
7.
Yeah.
So, lads, grow your own Northwest ICIC. The kid who's got the allotment at the Pigeons now, he personally thinks clubs will go and federations will become clubs. RPRA pre-accounts show only 9,000 members in the RPRA now. So
that surprised me. That I found that out last week.
So what he's saying now is that clubs will go in it, and federations will be just like a big club. Is that what it's saying, isn't it?
Yeah. I think that just touching on the RPRA, we knew that we all must have realised that was coming, because they ain't going to pay £38.
No.
In part, I know you have, Tom, don't get me wrong, but a lot of them, I know where they've got, I saw it happening, and I told them, and they didn't want, they were oblivious, to it. But
yeah, well, I know in my club, you can take them 9,000 people. In my club, there's 3 partnerships that have dropped to one name now, but they're all still involved. But instead of saying Mr. and Mrs., now it's just Mr. and his wife's still there doing the work and all that. And there's 3 in our club that's done that. So by doing that, the actual people are still there, but they're dropping down, like you say, John, to not pay the extra.
Yeah.
Hey, thanks for watching, everybody, and sending us them messages, and we'll keep reading them out for you. And keep hitting that like button and that subscribe button, because this is why we're doing it. We want you all to get involved. So carry on, lads. You're okay.
Yeah, what Jamie said about the costs, obviously, we pay roughly £750 for the car cheer form, as I call it. That's for the freight thing. And the vet per lorry is £600 a race to sign the paperwork off. And then we've got the marking stations on top if you have the vets. So you'd say a minimum of £1,300. You'd say about 2,500, 600 before you even race the pigeons.
Yeah.
That's without ferry.
Yeah. Has any of the vets pulled any pigeons thinking they were healthy?
Not in England. I mean, when they go out there, they pull 2 crates off or 3 crates every race.
Yeah.
Right. Right.
And they take them out, and that ring number's got to be found.
Yeah.
Oh, right. I see. To that crate where you said it is.
Yeah. And they will not let. We have to have 2 empty crates, one for cocks and hens, and then pigeons that can't go back in the basket they come out of. They put them in there, and they put a front, like a big zip tie thing on it, different colour.
Right.
Our vet said to write the numbers as small as you can, Mason, so it's hard to find. I mean, the change last year, the first race sailed through, the second race was all right, and then the hitters where every sheet of paper had to have 2 vet stamps on. Our vet had to sign it twice, with a stamp. And they said they were going to turn us back when they were on the route, and I found out my vet at 3 o'clock in the morning. And he said, no, they can't. They've changed it, but they haven't gave us notification. He had a right go at the French about it, and they allowed us in. He deals with them a lot with exporting other stuff, see?
Yes.
Right, yeah.
They're very good, they are. They come to the presentation evening, Tom. They did. We invited them.
Oh, right. Yeah, the 2 vets, I did see them.
Yeah, they were there. Yeah. And it goes a little way to keeping them happy, I think.
Yeah, it involves them. It keeps them involved.
Yeah, it keeps everybody. I mean, we've got to keep everybody involved in it, haven't we, John? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's hard.
We've got to keep talking and getting people involved, and getting ideas off people, because if we don't get ideas off people and stuff like that, we'll never go any further, will we?
Well, we're trying this futurity race.
Yeah, I was just going to say, John,
I did well in one last year and had a bit of luck, and the ideas come from that, like the what's the name? I've just seen a message. The dates have been changed.
Brilliant.
They, where the money is. So we'll have 4 big prizes and 9 prizes in a section. If the sales go all right at the auction, you're going to have £40,000 plus to race for.
That's what you want.
Yeah.
Well, that's and they're up on their own. The beauty of it, they're going to have a separate liberation half an hour after the main race.
Yeah, well, I like that. I think a specialist racing should be racing just against specialist pigeons, and that's why I was all for it, John. That's why I said,
I think it gives everybody a fair chance. And I will say, the breeder buyer up your end, they support it tremendously.
Yeah.
And I mean, Alan wanted, we're having an auction up there, and I mean, they were. I think it was 7th Open. The actual young bird was who won the breeder buyer last year for Jimmy Salthouse, isn't it?
Jimmy Salthouse, yeah.
And John Riley won it the year before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Be done up here.
Every now and again, John Riley sneaks something in, doesn't he? Do you know what I mean?
When there's money involved, he's there. Don't you worry about that. Yeah. Every time. Yeah.
So the futurity race.
Yeah,
is the breeder buyer race.
Yeah, it will be. Right? No, we're having a breeder buyer, but it will be still the 9 prizes all being well in each section will be split 50% between the breeder and the racer.
Oh, right. Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, do you enter that, John?
You've got 4 rings. You have 4 rings. That's all each loft's only allowed for £30, Jamie.
Yeah. So also you fly your own birds.
You buy. No, they've all got to come to auction on the what? We're doing the auctions on WhatsApp.
Right. So you buy them.
Yeah.
The 4 rings, and then you enter them on the WhatsApp group for sale.
Yeah.
You can buy them back though, Jamie, if you want.
You can buy them back. Yeah.
I'll be finished by then.
There's no particulars going to be given of the pigeons. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And when is the sale, John? When is the sale?
The first one is the 2nd to the 8th of February, and then I think it's the week after. Then we've got 1 and 2 in March, and we've been talking with Dean McKee, who's doing it. He's an absolutely whiz kid with this sort of stuff.
He's always been very good as well, John. Whenever I've tried to get hold of Dean, he's always got straight back to me. One thing honestly, about him is on it.
Yeah, he's ever so brilliant. He understands his way around computers, and he's doing all that. And I think the way the amount of pigeons we've got to sell, there will be another one.
Yeah.
So just 1 second, lads. So Alan Williams, 1528, said, "Sorry if it's a stupid question, but what is a breeder buyer race?" So do you want to explain that, Tom?
Well, basically, it's kind of what in the name, really. A person breeds a pigeon, and then somebody buys it in a sale, and then when the pigeon the person who buys it races it in the race. If that pigeon wins any prize money, it gets split 50-50 between the person that bred it and the person that bought it and raced it. That's the easy way of saying it.
Yeah, so if you wanted to just keep racing and enter breeder buys, you could do that, couldn't you, without actually racing?
Yeah. And where's the race from, John?
Shale on September the 5th.
So is it the same race as the other race? That goes?
Yeah, it's the main national race. Yeah.
It's a separate libs.
Like separate libs,
Yeah.
And Sue Pete 46 has said, "Is there still a marking station in Manchester?" Thanks for joining us, Sue.
All being well, there will be. We had some little bits of problems last year, but I'm waiting to find out what happened at the Lancashire Combine meeting Thursday night. Nobody's been in touch yet. And then we'll go from there. I think if it is, it will probably be at Shaw Homing Society. Phil Murray's offering to help run it.
Yeah.
And Sean's Loft 5431 said his son's just started. It's a cracking sport, and long may it continue. He's really keen.
Brilliant.
So does this mean that you might be buying 4 rings, Jamie?
It might as well, I know.
These other two have had to go, Jamie. You ought to have a little race between yourselves.
I'll get Jim Saltace. I'll get Jim to buy him.
Yeah.
So
Jimmy will be in it. Don't worry.
So about Blackpool, lads, was it well attended? Would you say Blackpool? Was there a lot of people there? Or
it seemed quite busy. But I went with Tom, and we were there. We were there 2 hours, weren't we? I didn't go to any night auctions. Well, last year we went to both nights, but the day one, it was all right. It is what it is. I think it doesn't seem as busy because it's such a vast area inside. When you go to Doncaster, it's all on one floor. It's all there. You can't really miss it. But at Blackpool, if you don't get a bit of a map or something, you can miss stuff because there's bits of rooms here and hallways, and it's easy to miss certain stands.
Yeah.
Well, there you go.
So yeah, I missed it, didn't I? I was away, lads. I'm sorry to keep rubbing it in, like, but I was away, wasn't I? So how many races is there this year, John, for the Midlands Nationals? Just for people who don't know.
5 old bird races, and then there's a young bird race, and we have an old hens race as well. So there'll be 7 races, 7 main races.
And like you said, there's a lot more people join this year, so you'll be expecting obviously more numbers.
Yeah, Bayers have been very good to us. They sponsor our yearling races, and they're going to increase the sponsorship, so there'll be yearlings on the 4 races and not the long one. The long one is situated, but you probably know, Tom, it's between Niort and Portiers.
Yeah, that's
So,
right. Be about 5,
I don't know. How far would you fly out of Niort?
534.
Yeah, I'm 512 at Niort.
What that'll give everyone up here in any wind, that there should be day birds. That's a 1-day race that up here. Yeah.
So Rob Owen, when is the last race in July, John?
I ought to brought the programme down with me. Hold on.
Right.
Deb, I'll get my wife to go and get a programme.
When do the books come out, John? When do we get them?
The plan is I'm going to go to talk to the printer a week tomorrow, and the adverts will be with him in that. The first changes are done. He's got them. And we're hoping to have them out to you by the 2nd week in March at the latest.
Yeah, that'll be better. I think last year they come out about a week before first race, didn't they?
It was a mix-up, really, and everything. Oh, Dean McKee's come on 19th of July.
Well, Dean. There you go.
Yeah, it is. I suppose I can tell you, the National Flying Club approached us to have the long race together. So I'm hoping they come with us. We've told them what the details, so we'll just see.
Would that be a separate liberations, John?
No, I think they'll be all up together.
Right.
Obviously enter separate, and it'd just be a separate result, or what?
Yeah, be a separate result. We haven't mentioned. Well, they haven't mentioned anything about having a result together.
No, but you can see, can't you? You can see some velocity.
Yeah,
you know what the crash is like.
Yeah.
That's good.
See, it's starting. People are starting to work together, aren't they? Do you know what I mean?
The way it should be. Yeah.
I think everybody, the more people that do work together, the better. It's like what that lad said before. It's crazy the way there's so many little clubs in it.
Yeah.
Maybe the little clubs could make a big club as the federation.
Yeah, I think that's what they should do, really, shouldn't they?
Yeah. I mean,
we've said all this before, haven't we? It's trying to get people to actually move forward and do it in it. And I think the biggest problem with this game is a lot of people don't like change. I think that's the biggest problem in this game. Like, they don't like change. They're frightened of change. They're frightened of change.
Yeah.
A lot of
people are quite content with the way it runs, as long as the lorry turns up Friday night to pick the pigeons up.
Yeah. But then they're the first ones to complain when it's £1.50 a bird, or etc. For racing a race from 80
and they don't realise that the bigger the club, the less money it'd cost, wouldn't it? You know what I mean?
Well, that's the point.
The cost would come down, wouldn't it? You know what I mean? So
yeah.
So what's Peter Fern 2982? Thanks for joining us, Pete. Small clubs is down to personalities or lack of. So
yeah, true. Yeah.
I mean, and also, like you've just told us there, John, about running the Midlands National. I mean, on a smaller scale, it's getting people who actually make these proposals to actually do the work in it.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people that just like to basket the pigeons on Friday, go to the club, put them in, go home, mark the pigeons, and go home and come back for the result, and that's it, isn't it? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think I think if clubs had, we were saying that if clubs had a delegate, that if anybody wants to start racing pigeons, that you can get in touch with that one person, and he's the first point to help you out with stuff.
Well, I've had somebody ring me, message me from. He's just packing in with rollers. He messaged me Friday night, and I said I'd talked to him yesterday, and he said he got to work. So we've spoke today, and he's packing in with rollers and going with pigeons. And I found the pigeon club for him in Bromford, and I said I'd just wait before he come and join the Midland National. Just to see how you go on at the club racing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I said to him, it's a big jump, to go to the national straight. But saying that, I'm going to tell you the man's name. It was 1975. A man called John Tipton from down the West Midlands, Wolverhampton. There. His first ever pigeon race was the Midland National, and he won it with a mealie. And I'm trying like hell to get the photograph to put in this year's handbook.
Wow. So that was his first pigeon race and he won it.
Yeah, I'm trying to like hell to get it, to just, make Arnie Tonks is working for me on it. He's a brilliant, a lovely man.
And where was the race from, John?
Nance. They only had 3 races. They had 2. I started with the Midland National in 1973. I was telling the man, who said you back up, man. And I used to go to Atkinson's Cafe at Derby, and we'd have 12 marking tables, and the Birdlanders wore white smocks. And I used to carry the baskets down to the table, and people kept well away from the pigeons. And then you go to another side to take the empty baskets out. That was when Atkinsons were transporting them. And I've been on the committee 28 years now.
Yeah.
It was. But in them days, they wouldn't come with a lot of pigeons. I'd say the first man who come with a lot of pigeons was Stan Biss. I sent 2 in 1975 to the Youngbird National. He sent 55.
Right.
I got my 2 in front of him. He'd only timed 1 on the day. From
there you go.
Yeah.
Do you think do you think the wagons, John, that had shut down sides now make a difference to the birds? Where 10 years ago they were all open sides, where they get a feel where they're going because they can see out a bit. What do you think?
Well, we've got them, with the Giraldi, they've got the slats sort of open. We can have them open, and I say because George, I think he is brilliant, our convoyer. He's a driver as well, and he's brilliant, and he cares for the pigeons. And he tells me it's cool in there for the pigeons to eat and drink.
No, I'm not meaning that. I'm meaning when they were in the wicker baskets years ago, they could they could see out.
Yeah.
Where now, like National Flying Club wagon, they're totally shut in, and they can't see anything until they get to France, and then the flaps are open.
Yeah.
Do you think that makes a difference?
No, I don't think so.
We're wondering whether it made a difference to them.
No, I don't. Personally, I don't think so.
No. Just give them that sense of, if you were travelling with a blindfold all the way to Wales and it got took off, you'd be like, but if you was watching...
I know what you're saying in the old Cattrall's baskets as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I don't think it makes too much of a difference. That, like you say, once they get on site, John, how long are them shutters up for him to see out? Must be 24 hours, is it? At least.
Yeah, they are really. There's a
couple but they're only open once they get there, aren't they? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They're travelling down.
No.
I don't think they can read signs.
No, we don't know.
No, when they come into we run 4 lorries out on a pickup day, so we get them ready on the Tuesday. George comes down, Jeff Sylvester and myself. We get all the baskets ready. They go onto the lorries with the paperwork to go with each lorry, and the lads go off on the Wednesday dropping them off, and then they come back into the farm, and we put them onto the main lorry, or the 2 lorries if there's 2 going, and then we wait for the vets to come with the paperwork. They have to have an hard copy with them. And then the other document, we have to wait for the technically we're supposed to wait for the document to come back from France, but I send them on the way, and then the ferry company, P&O, I email them, they print it off for me and they give it to the drivers.
That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, when they come in, George is normally one of the first back in, so we water them in the yard, and the shutters are up all the time. You know what you're asking, Jamie. And then
it weren't that. It was just that travelling of them.
I know what you're saying. Yeah.
Just give them that gift of where they are, or
some other people.
You can imagine a 4 or 5 year old then, and it's been on an open view basket all its life. Oh, I know where I'm bloody going. You know what I mean?
But some of them people say to me, they prefer them shutting because of the fumes.
Yeah, well, that's
yeah. I mean, there is a lot more vehicles on the road nowadays than there used to be. So you know what I mean. So I suppose there's positives and negatives for it all, really.
Yeah.
I've noticed one thing about the Midlands National. I know a lot of the longer races that I've been in with when it's predicted to be very hot, I've noticed the Midlands National cuts right down on the amount of birds that go in the basket and stuff.
Well, we do, I
think that's a great thing.
We use all the baskets on the lorry if we've got to. Like they go, if we can get away with putting 12 in them, we start at 20 and then I try to come down to 18s and 17s. Just depends on the figure, Tom.
Yeah.
Because ideally we want you to have a good race, so they're back on the next race. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well, that's it. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. We want you to get your pigeons back. It's the same with Shale. A lot of people have sort of said to us, "Well, why don't you go to France with the young birds?" And when you speak to the top pigeon men, and they tell you that they weren't getting 40% of them back. And the thing that alarmed me with Food for Lays 2017, and I'll be honest with you, after 3 days, there wasn't 200 pigeons to go on the result.
No.
You know, and
you're not stubborn. What you're saying is you look at the facts, which is what you should be doing, and changing for the better.
I'm going to tell you the man's name. I spoke to him. He was a very good flyer in the Isle of Wight. He won one of the Poe races. It might have been with the Central Southern Classic or something. And he said, you ought to come here. He said, they've got 6 miles of water, but you bid up and they deviate down. He said, it gives them the confidence to tackle water.
Yeah.
And that's why we, go to... And also, Shale is bang in the middle of the club. We've got them up in Norwich and up to Prestatyn and then up to, above Preston.
Yeah.
And they seem, everybody seems satisfied. There's some people always not. You can't keep everybody happy, can you? But
no.
No, that's the problem, isn't it? You can't keep everybody happy. Do you know what I mean?
No, you want to.
Yeah. But it's a struggle. I mean, listen, pigeon men. Some pigeon men are never happy.
No.
It's like any kind of sport. Even like with football and boxing. I've dealt with people in boxing for the last 35 years, and some of them, exactly when you see them, what you're gonna get. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's the same as they do in pigeon racing. I don't know why I'm doing this. This game's finished, and there's lots of people with defeats.
It's the same. I've worked in race horse racing all my life, and I was very lucky. I looked after some very good jockeys. Walter Swinburne would be probably one of the best, and 9 times out of 10, when a horse doesn't win, it isn't the jockey's fault. The horse isn't good enough. And the owner breeders don't like to hear that when they come in. So I'll just tell you, going off pigeons, Michael Wigan was a very, very good jockey. Probably one of the best jockeys I've known, a judge of an horse, of its ability. Yeah. And he never rode this horse called Sarbson. Swinburne had rode him and come in with different excuses. He rode him one day at Addock, and the owners owned Philip Corn's nickel alloys, were very, very wealthy owners. And he come in, he was 3rd. And he said to the owners, he'll never win a race. And they went mad. Oh, no, you don't win. I said, well, he's had enough time to get past him. He said, and he didn't want to go by him. And he said, no. And that horse to this day never, ever won a race. And they took him away from us, sent him to Michael Stow, and he couldn't get nothing. But that's how it is. And I think it's the same with pigeons,
Yeah, you know, don't you? You
Mr. Mazzarella told me one day, I was quite privileged to be close with him. He said, there was two men there, and I won't say who the two flyers were. He said, I could give that man sparrows and he'd win with them.
Yeah.
He said, the other one could have the best pigeons, but he'd still beat him.
Yeah.
It's, yeah. Some people do have attitude for it, don't they? Do you know what I mean?
They do, yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
A lot of it is some people. It's the same in boxing with coaches. Sometimes they get to the point where they think they can't learn anything.
Yeah.
You know, and pigeon racing's the same. You learn something every single day, don't you? You know, there's
you've got to take one nugget off somebody, like what you've shown us and what Jamie's been telling. You get one nugget off somebody, and you've got to make it work for yourself.
Correct. Yeah.
Stevie Mail, lads. Hello, lads. Good to see you, lads, back. And hello to Jon Dodd. Good to put a face to the name. Keep up the fantastic work with John. Steve Mail. Here's one for you, Bobby. Up the Red Army. Well, Steve, you know, listen, United's done us. Hey, listen, you boys have done us a right favour today, haven't you?
Yeah, I know.
But, you know, just to go off pigeon racing just a minute. I mean, lads, where have you been all year? What's happened? It just shows you that your players can do it as long as they've got the right people, the right manager or something, innit? What's happened there?
It's getting back to what John said. The right management, the right team, i.e., pigeons or foot, it makes a difference, doesn't it? The man that's making the decisions.
It is.
It's like the players must be happy, the same as pigeons have got to be happy, haven't they? Do you know what I mean?
If pigeons aren't happy, they won't win, will they?
No. And it's the same. It's the same. Like in the boxing gym, if your fighters are not happy, they're not gonna do well.
No.
You know, I mean, it's a bit different in the boxing gym. They just leave if they're not happy. Do you know what I mean? But it's like managing pigeons and managing boxers and managing a football team. You've got to have them management skills, haven't you? Even with pigeons.
Yeah.
A lad who I went to school with, he played at Derby, and then he went to West Ham when they were in the won the FA Cup in the 70s. And I said, what was he like with Cloughie? He said, all this square football you do now, we were doing it then days with Cloughie. He says, on a Friday, two of the good first team players would play with two of the academy lads. He said, most weeks I'd be paired up with Roy McFarlane, and he hated losing. If you gave the ball away, he went mad at you. Yeah. And he installed a mentality into you to win.
Yeah.
George Lidland said to me, he says, pigeon racing's easy. He says, you've just got to keep them happy, healthy, and train them.
Yeah. If you've got the right pigeons, they'll do it.
Yeah.
I mean, it just shows you because a lot different people have different methods and they win, don't they? With different methods. It's not set in stone, is it? So, growing on Northwest again. I think even this channel is moving with the times. This is like a pigeon moot and breaks the winter up. Keeps people pushing on. Well done, boys. Well, thanks very much for your kind comments, mate.
Yes,
we are trying our best, and that was the idea of the Loft Line podcast in the beginning, was to get different people on and get different people's views, because I firmly believe that the only way we can kind of make changes or get ideas and ways to make changes by people talking and people communicating. You know what I mean? It's, you know, if we like we're getting different guests on, like we've got John on and we've had all different guests on, we're trying to get different people from different aspects of pigeons to come in and tell us what's going on. I mean, what you're telling us, John, about behind the scenes, a lot of people won't know how hard it is, because you know, if you're going to your club and you see what works there. I mean, at the national level, it's got to be 20 times more. And with you telling us tonight, John, that's what we're after, that information to let people know.
But it's not cheap. I mean, Tom runs a clock station and he runs it brilliantly. But I get some, they're all states, they've got to have the clock working with me 72 hours to close the race. Some are 5 and 6 days. But they've posted them, whereas you're trying to push everybody the way you do it, Tom. Yeah. And I get it on Sunday so I can start the result earlier.
Yeah, that you get it's just moving with the times, isn't it? And trying to make it easier for yourself.
Yeah, yeah.
And you get people saying, "Where's this result?" and all that, don't they? They don't realise what it entails, do they?
No.
John, how many birds is possible to take to the first channel race? So say you've got capacity of 10,000.
Yeah,
how many birds are how many's actually going?
If you mean what capacity could we go at?
Yeah, and what's the average that you are going at?
4,000, I would say the average. But we've
and
got.
What could you take?
Well, we've had 2 lorries approved to go to the EU.
Yeah.
So let me just tell you, 104, 208 times. We could take just short of 10,000.
So, for me, I know the price has rocketed since COVID and all this vetting and everything else. But when 10 years ago, when we flew the Channel and Midland National before all COVID and all this vetting come in, I would send 20 pigeons to Midland National at £3 a go.
Yeah.
And now I'm thinking, oh, bloody hell, I'm going to send 6, and it's going to cost me the same amount of money. Now, if the Midland National brought the cost down, say £1.50 a pigeon, and everyone decided to send an extra 10, the birdage would go up, and you and Midland National wouldn't be that much different total money, would it?
I don't really. You'll see when you get down. I'll answer your question. Yeah, I know what you're saying. But if you look at our birds are not going up next year. Yeah. 2020. Same as, so they haven't gone up since 2020, 24. No, they haven't gone up since 2023, a price of a bird. We feel the support you're giving us, and we're just about breaking even. The first race, most races I would say would cost us, with the ferry and the marking, we've got to be making over £5,000.
Yeah.
Overheads before we start.
Yeah.
That's without prize money, that's without anything.
It's a lot of money.
Yeah. See, but like what Jamie's saying, the more birds we've got, the more, if it come that way, we would address the situation accordingly, Jamie,
Right. I suppose if you drop the price and the birdies didn't go up, you'd out of money straight away, aren't you?
Well, they would,
You've got to see the birds first.
Yeah. You've got because
to get the bird. I've got a team outside of, say, 60 pigeons.
Yeah.
And then when it comes to Midland National, I've done my sprint races. I've still got, 55 out of 60 left. And I think I've got to pick 6 out of these, but I'd rather send bloody half of them. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know what you're saying. Yeah.
Tom, he's not trying to tell us he's short of dough, is he?
I think he's pulling that one, mate. Yeah.
But
Dean McKee, there's a massive amount of work behind the scenes in national and classic racing. John and myself in both our organisations are working full time. I'm working, but with love moving forward. That's off.
Yeah, that's good.
Dean McKee's
I think the last time we flew the Youngbird Channel race, we'd lost money before the lorries left England.
Right.
That's the thing, isn't it?
Yeah,
I mean, that's what's wrong with a lot of club racing, isn't it?
It is, I'm afraid. But I think the club racing, you're in more density. Where I am around here, we're not so many together. Whereas I feel they've got to get together where they can, haven't they? Go together and what have you, to try and cut the cost for the membership.
I mean, sure, that's got to be very similar for the channel, like yourself, John. I mean, some weekends when you look in the book, there's 5, 6, 7, 8, probably 10 wagons in France, and surely they'd be better off meeting somewhere down the coast and maybe not sharing a lib, but sharing the costs.
Yeah. But you make it sound easy, Tom. It's very complicated.
Right.
With the vets paperwork I'm on about.
Yeah.
There is probably a way around it. Yeah, the 2 organisations go separate, but put one on one side of a lorry and one on the other. You could probably do that.
Yeah.
But the thing is, like, you can only make sure your own paperwork's right, can't you?
Correct. Yeah.
You know, so if you're trying, imagine all your three feds paperwork's right and one's wrong. No one can go.
No, that's what I mean. See, at the marking station, I think Tom would understand, and probably Jamie does. Every ring number's got to be typed in, and the basket it's in, and that's got to be sent. We have a person who checks it now, and it goes to our vets. He compiles it all together. 164 pages. It was the first race. That has to go to France by 3 o'clock our time, and has to come back with their approval on that we can go on the ferry.
Right.
And then that's what you're up against. See?
Yeah.
If you didn't get the approval, John, would you give him a course race?
No.
Or would you fetch them all home?
Touch wood, it never. I mean, when we got turned back, it wasn't the Midland. I'm wrong. It wasn't the Midland National Flying Club's fault. A basket had been missed off by a veterinary man, and just unfortunately pulled that basket out.
Wow.
So what would you do if you couldn't go? Would you give him a course race, or would you just bring them home?
We give you a coast race.
Yeah, you'd have to, wouldn't you? You'd have to have a race.
Yeah.
Is it true, John, that you have to pay a bond when they go over, and if you don't liberate, you lose it?
You're supposed to, but they never billed me for coming back.
Right.
I believe it's €30 a pigeon when you come back in.
Bloody hell.
And we got 3,000 on that day.
So as you see it, John, the Midlands National, how do you see it? Are you happy with the way it's going?
We're happy with the way we're going, and it's just I had another idea about a Champions League, and we'll just see how the futurity goes. It's just little like we have the yearling classics within the Midland National. No, they're free to enter and things. I think you've got to try and give the membership something back, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Something new each year in the sometimes I get frustrated, You two come to the dinner. I know you got something else on, Jamie. He loved carrying your trophy around. But, we put an event on like that, and there should be more people there, I always feel.
Yeah. John, listen, when I picked his trophy up, all I was doing was rehearsing for when I picked my own up, mate. So
yeah, good lad.
Listen, John, I won't be left. I won't be behind for a long time. Now I'm a professional pigeon racer. Now I've finished being a boxing coach.
That's what I want. That's what we want.
Listen, people are going to get a shock, John. An absolute shock. You watch.
Good.
Is this recorded? This.
Listen. Let me tell you something. Everything I've ever done, I've been good at. When I've done it full time, I've been good at it. I've been a great boxing coach, and I'm going to take what I've done in the boxing. I'm going to put the same into pigeon racing. You watch.
You've got to.
You just watch this space, lads. You just keep.
I don't want mine coming back. I don't want mine coming back with all pet ties and black eyes.
No, you watch when I get my head around all this, because all this time when I've had to leave the country for here and go and do this and go and do that, and the pigeons haven't been right. They'll be different this year, lads. Don't worry. You know what I mean? I'll be up there. I'll be up there getting my own trophies. What, John? No problem.
That's it.
Just a little. All it was a little rehearsal for me, that, boys. Thank you.
A dress rehearsal.
What section? What section you in, Bobby? I'll keep an eye out.
Yeah, I'm in Tom's section.
West North.
Hey, listen, I'm up against it. I'm in Tom's section, but it's like me. I'm going into national racing. I know for a fact it's going to take years to learn to do it.
You've done well though, Tom, haven't you? Yeah. And you have, Jamie.
Yeah. Jamie, both done well.
You've done well, Jamie.
I do believe that it takes. I think you've got to. The first few years we was in, you've got to grind it out. I think it takes time to find the right pigeons. They're not federation pigeons. They're not fed toppers. No. They're a different pigeon. And what you start doing is you send in your best fed pigeons, and then you're an half an hour behind. But over time, you'll be 15 minutes behind, 10 minutes behind. But it takes time. And I think the only advice I could give for national flying is stick at it, and it will come right. Over timeline.
I've always found them pigeons that are 10 minutes behind it fed are your best ones over at water.
Yeah, because they've got a bit of that. Yeah.
Do you think so, Jay? Yeah, is that how it works?
Yeah.
They're coming on their own every week, you know what I mean? And they're learning more than whatever they are that come in a bunch.
Yeah.
And I'll never pick my best date to sprinters wise to send to Midland National.
But I mean that's the way. I mean the ones that sprint well, that's what they're going to do. They're going to be sprints, aren't they? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And obviously, I think it makes a massive difference where you are up here in the northwest. Like you're against a lot of you're against the wind, you're against the drag. I think what I'm trying to say is I don't think pigeons that I would race would suit someone in London. You know, I think different pigeons for different areas.
Yeah. Well, Ben Oakley said when I went to Ben's, he thought it to be one farther up when he won the young bird and he won the old hens. He thought it'd be one farther up.
Yeah,
you know,
Ben's flown really well last 2 years, hasn't he?
Yeah, very
really well.
Yeah,
because when I first started at Midland National, it was like me and Ben were fighting it out a bit.
Yeah. You might have a shot. Derek Jones, I think, is coming back.
Right.
Really?
Yeah, he rung with him.
Is he still flying into his pig pens?
He's they're still upstairs above, where above the pig pens, but he hasn't got as many stock pigeons. And he said he's got. I had to give him the postcode of how to get to Stoke, so I think he's thinking of joining.
Oh God, it won't be on sat nav, will he?
No.
That's what I mean. I mean, there's even people coming back into the sport now, isn't there? Do you know what I mean? It's like,
I think that's where you'll get people that have had an interest before and retired, and I think they'll come back into it.
Yeah, I mean, once you've retired and you've got more time, you've got. Everybody's got to go to work nowadays, don't they? You know what I mean? You've all got to go to work. And then once you get a bit of financial stability behind you and you're retired, well, pigeons is a great game to be involved in, isn't it? Do you know what I mean?
It is, yeah.
So.
Is it just me, John, that texts you every year for the login?
No, I do have a bit of a problem with it. What I would say, text me what you want as a login, and I'll put that in.
Yeah,
an easy one.
Yeah,
you can remember.
Dean will tell you. Dean deals with them, and he's very good at dealing with them.
Yeah.
That's good.
Well,
same job.
Been good. I've enjoyed it.
Yeah, it's been good. Yeah, I think
Bobby's for us.
I think it's been great, John, to see the background of what the Nationals do, because obviously we come to the market station, we pay we send and we get a result. But obviously the amount that we see in the back, that you do, I think it might have opened a few people's eyes.
And also, like we have a club has to thank the clock station officials and the people who come and do the marking. It's a bit different now with us having to have the ring numbers.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got to give Dave Chaddy a shout out and tell him to start racing pigeons again. So get your finger out, Dave.
Yeah, get back into it. That's it. Yeah. But I think it's been a great podcast, John. We'd like to thank you for coming on, mate.
No,
and like I say, hopefully in the future we'll get you back on.
Yeah, I know one of you come and verify a national winner.
Hopefully, I've been close.
So one day, yeah, we're getting there. We're getting closer. We've hit bar a few times. Yeah. So, but yeah, we'll like I say, thank you very much, John, and
you're
welcome
everybody
for tuning in. And we'll
Cheers, John.
see you all on the next episode.
See you, Bobby. Thank you very much.
Thank you, mate.
I wish you all the best for the year. Cheers, mate.